Okay, so everything you just heard there came from the acoustic guitar. This is the new version. You probably, if you typed it in YouTube, you probably see that this is the TAG3. This one is the C. C stands for cutaway. I know there's some different versions. Maybe we can get some pictures on the screen of them now. But anyway, I've got a confidential Yamaha TAG3C reviewer guide here, but it's not so confidential anymore, is it? Because now everybody really knows about it. It's on the internet. So what is it? It's the next generation of the trans-acoustic guitar. It's an entire creative process of listening, playing and creating. It's all brought together in one single guitar. That's what they say here. It's got Bluetooth. It says it's got reverb, it's got delay, it's got a looper, which you heard in the beginning. That was me looping, literally looping. And you might have noticed I sort of hit the little button down here, but I'll get to that in a minute. Who's it for? Well, it's for you. Of course, it's for you. TAG3 is the most logical and best choice for a creative acoustic player looking to utilize modern technology. So wherever you're rehearsing, writing, performing, or recording, this is simple, the perfect, simple to use and incredible, powerful tool for the job. Who's writing this? This is good. This is good stuff, I think. Built-in features. So there's two attenuators installed on the inner surface of the guitar that resonates and vibrates with the strings, and then they are resulted in authentic reverb, chorus and delay sounds to radiate from within the body. So next on the list here says it's got a built-in looper. I did mention that at the beginning. You can effortlessly record and play back your performances, play melodies over backing tracks, which I'm going to get to in a minute because that was a crazy feature that I didn't know about. It's got Bluetooth for audio playback, and can I just demonstrate that, because that I didn't know. We were like, what? So then you can go onto your, your Apple Music or whatever you've got, and then you can find Andertons Jam Tracks Volume 7, which is out there now. You can jam along to, and you can actually just hit play. Check this out. And it's playing through the guitar. So that's a really cool feature. So actually, if you have the guitar sitting in the corner of your little living room, you don't need to speak anymore. You just have a guitar. You got it all in one. Anyway, that's really clever. It's got a rechargeable battery. It's built in lithium-ion battery, which lasts about 5.5 hours. You got some simple controls, and because you could pair it with Bluetooth to your guitar with the Bluetooth. I mean, guitar and Bluetooth. Well, what a time to be alive. It's got a mobile editor for iOS and Android. It's called a TAG Remote, and I'll show you that in a minute. So it's an all solid construction on this. So you got it's a dreadnought style guitar. It's got a solid spruce top. It's got mahogany back and sides, and the neck is mahogany. You got an ebony fretboard. It's got gold hardware, which looks really good. It's got a little transparent sort of pick guard. It's a 25, so 650 millimeters scale length. It is 44 millimeters at a notch, so 1/3, and it comes with a hard bag, so like a soft but a harder case bag. That's really cool. And if you want to know any more, there's links below. But let me take you through some of the features and show you how the app works. Right, okay, so we've got an overhead camera here. I'm just going to show you what the layout on the top of the guitar looks like. So you've got this little control plate on the top where you've got dials for your reverb, your delay and your chorus. And then you got your loop down here. These are all sort of clicky buttons as well. You have got, if you see the little on sign here that's blue at the moment, you've got some, like an inner circle. So let's say you want to hold your delay thing down, that becomes a tuner. If you want to, but it also doubles as a tap tempo for your delay, which is quite clever. On the other side here is your chorus. I'm going to take you through some tones in a minute. And then you got your reverb, which also is an automatic start-stop button for your loop. And I didn't mention that the chorus is clear and stop. And then you got your looper button down here that you have to click down. I'll get to that in a minute. And also if you hold it, that's when you can pair your Bluetooth with the app. So let's look at the app here. Trans-acoustic looper. It's quite cool actually, because you can actually save 10 loops in here, and it'll save it automatically if you have the app open. So this is a loop I did This is a loop I did a little bit earlier, so if I just click on these, it'll automatically load the loop up. I think it stores it inside the guitar somehow, but I can just... So that was a loop I did earlier. I click on 2, did another one. So that's a pretty cool feature. You could actually make 10 loops, which means you could potentially, that's like a half an hour performance somewhere. So if you have done it at home, save it, and you want to take it out and play with it, you know, on a live place, that's cool. You've got direct overdub mode. You can turn that on and off, which means that you have to hit the button to stop. So once you hit it once, it'll keep overdubbing automatically till you stop it. That was a message from John Connon and Lee. There you go. You can enable tap tempo or tap. I would think that's this button here. Yeah, that would be that one. We'll get to that in a minute. Tap to overdub. You got tap sensitivity, so how hard you need to hit it and how soft you need to hit it. Alternative color indication. I'm not quite sure what that is, but you know, that's an option there. The next page you've got is your effects, which is really cool. So you can actually choose now between having 2 types of chorus in here. You can see how they move around. So let me just demonstrate that. So if say you do a, I have to turn the chorus up, you can see even when I turn the dial on the app, you can see the volume of how much. This is clever. That's just super clever. All in real time. So I can choose a double detune, I can choose a 4 voice. You got depth, tone and speed. It's clever, and if you want to go back to the you know, the normal preset, you just click that little thing there and it'll just revert to how they are. So let's say I change it all and then I go, I don't like that, I just want to go back to the normal preset. Boom, there you go. On the next page, you've got your delays. So you've got a simple delay and you've got an analog delay. Works in the same way. I'm just going to turn the chorus down. So you can see, here's the delay volume. On the top, your little blue dial. You've got a simple delay, which sounds a bit like this. And of course, the button on the top here also works as your tap tempo. So let's say I want it 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty cool. Then you've got an analog delay here. Just going to reset it to the preset. You've got your treble and your bass and your feedback, so there's a lot of options here, and of course it just saves it automatically where you are. Then you can go to reverb. Now you've got hall reverb, you got room reverb, and you got a plate reverb. Let's hear what they sound like. So let's start at hall. Turn it up to exaggerate it a little bit, right? Still got some delay on, I'll turn it off. Can't believe I say I still got delay on an acoustic guitar that's not plugged into anything. Man, right, you got room. Got a plate. Might be a lot. Let's try to turn it off just to see the effect with and without reverb. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what to say. It's just it's a cool feature for a guitar, and it's mind blowing how far everything has come. Then you've got a preferences page. You know, we can see the battery level. It's also, there's a little, I don't know if you noticed, but on the top here of the guitar, there's like a little, it's like a little magnetic clip-on charger, which just charges with a USB cable. Comes with that, of course. You got your tuner frequency, you got your gain, you got firmware's up to date, you can disconnect the Bluetooth and factory reset and blah blah blah, license. You got your little Bluetooth thing up there, you can see where you're connected. Let me show you how this looper works. So you go back to your loopers here, and of course, as I mentioned, you've got 10 different places where you can save, or will save automatically the looper track, and these were the ones I did earlier. So I'm just going to select number 4. So what you do, you can see on the overhead camera, you got your effects, as we mentioned, on the top. You got a little bit of reverb on here, and then you got your, where it says loop. That's the volume for the loop. It won't work when it's not on, so you have to click so it lights up. You can see you get a green line there, green light there, and then you turn it up. I found like sort of over 12 o'clock or whatever, but you can adjust that afterwards. So you want to just make sure that you have cleared that loop. So there you go, it's cleared. And then you want to arm it by clicking the record button, and then you get a green, sort of a red flashing light. And as soon as I start playing, it will start recording. And when I've then played my loop, I hit this little button here. You can see the little ring, which is super cool. I don't know, that's a really, really cool idea because it's like touch sensitive. And as you can see, the tap sensitivity, I've just set it to max because that's where it was when we opened the app up. So I'll literally just hit it. So let me demonstrate. So let me just do a normal like G chord like this. So see here, starts recording. 2, 3, 4, 1. And there's my loop. And now you can see that it's overdubbing already. So if I don't want it to overdub, I just tap it again, and now it's a screen. So now it's not overdubbing. If I want to overdub, I click the switch, and then I go. So now it is just overdubbing, and it's still overdubbing. Stop the overdub. And there you got your loop, and now you can jam on top of it. You can of course turn it up louder. And then you stop the loop, boom, and that's it. And now it's saved it on track 4. So if I want to, you can see when I click from 4 to 5, it just goes away, and then I've got another loop. So you can see that on the green top here, I've got a loop activated, I've got a loop saved, loop saved, loop saved, nothing on 5. And then I can start that process all over again. So that's super cool, super easy as well. Maybe you have to just get used to tapping that somehow on the one. But you know, you just learn, don't you? It's a nice little, it's a cool feature. I must admit, it's really, really cool. I really like it. That's basically just sort of the sort of quick overview of the guitar. Feel-wise, you know, it feels really nice to play. It's got a satin finish neck. It's got rolled fingerboards. As an acoustic guitar, it plays lovely. Just if you don't want to use any of the built-in effects or any of that stuff, it's just a really nice. It just plays really lovely. And in the back here, of course, also you got a jack input, so you can plug it in to, you know, if you are going to play live on a bigger PA or whatever, get a little bit more out of the system. But that's basically it. There's a couple of colors. This one is very pretty, sort of a chocolate sunburst kind of thing. I really like that. Really lovely dark fretboard on these. Okay, so there we go. So that's the new Yamaha TAG3 Transacoustic. Links below for this, and please like and subscribe. We're almost at 1 million, and we really appreciate it. It'll be a massive milestone for us, and you'll help us a lot, and we will give away a free clone when we do that. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.